loved you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. God, you were found.
I come from nothing.
Our son is your son. Welcome to the celebration.
We all we got.
I'm see that. Don't you leave here to go to happiness. I want you to leave here to show that.
Welcome to Copeland's.
Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big night out. In fact, there's no occasion too big, or if you like, too small.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Braylon Lee's Virtual Tour Live. We are live on tour. Glad to have each and every single one of you here. Yes, indeed. Hello, Linnell Stiller, Roblox besties. Welcome into you as well. Glad to have you here. So, doing well. Thank you for asking. So this evening, we are here tonight to hear from the new president of BET, Lewis Carr. Scott Mills has left BET, and there is a new regime, a new cavalry, and a new energy at BET. Now, we have to think about where we are. We are in the year 2026 in a country that has a bastard, and the bastard has put people in positions of power that move in a bastard fashion, and he has supporters that they support bastard behavior, that they don't want anybody that looks like them, sound like them, or move like them to exist virtually or physically, right? Then on top of that, you have people not being able to pay their bills. You know, Section 8 housing is being cut. Then you have food stamps. Then you have Medicaid. Then you have Head Start. Then you have school choice as well, and many other social issues. And so when you think about the world that we live in today, and to still see BET here is really quite the accomplishment, if I do say so. How do we navigate talking about BET in 2026? Well, let's get to it, because higher is waiting, lower is available. But either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Welcome in, Cody. Glad to have you here as well. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. Hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have all of you here. Hopefully all is well with each and every single one of you. Now, I'm about to pull up something for you all here. This is the lay of the land when it comes to black media right now. Disney has no black network. NBC Universal has no black network, but black people do watch Bravo. Warner Bros. Discovery has the Oprah Winfrey Network. Fox has Fox Soul. Next Star Media Group, which owns the CW. No, I do not. Next Star Media Group has no black network. And then Paramount has BET Black Entertainment Television. Now, if you all remember when the Netflix deal happened with Warner Bros. Discovery, everybody was here for it because Netflix was buying the studios and the streamers, right? And so the linear television channels were going to be spun off into Discovery Global to be potentially sold as a whole entity, or for the channels to be sold to different networks. And I did a live where I had two sharks on the thumbnail, and one shark had BET in its mouth, and the other shark had OWN in its mouth. And I said, you can't have two black networks, can you? And I said to my audience, you need to be paying attention to the moves that are happening around you, because you may have to eventually understand what you're seeing in front of you. And when we saw the Paramount Skydance deal go through, Paramount Skydance, they got rid of their diversity, equity, inclusion initiatives. And then we saw Scott Mills say that the BET Hip Hop Awards and the Soul Train Awards were being indefinitely on pause, right? And then, of course, Scott Mills said, I quote, that BET 106 and Park Rally could not work on linear television. But then they decided to announce at the 25th anniversary for the BET Awards that they are going to be bringing 106 in sports. And that failed on arrival because it was not the original, right? So with that being said, let me take down this Black Network lay of the land here. Now, with that being said, how do you update 106 in Park? People don't watch television for music videos anymore. They don't. We can go to YouTube. We can go to Vivo, VEVO, but more people go to YouTube for music than Vivo, but Vivo is still around, right? We got Spotify. We got iTunes. We have, I think Apple Music now is the thing over iTunes, but iTunes, very huge culturally. You have Tidal, right? You also have Napster. And Napster was the one to make all those other platforms exist. But people do love to get their entertainment news. So what you do is you transform 106 in Park from a top 10 music video countdown show into a top 10 Black entertainment news show. That's what you do. Then you have BET's 106 in Park this morning, counting down the 10 biggest Black news stories of the morning. Then you have 106 in Park today, which is your lifestyle and entrepreneur edition of 106 in Park, counting down the top 10 lifestyle entrepreneur stories of the day. And then, of course, you have 106 in Park, the original digital schedule show, rebirthed, refreshed, and renewed, counting down the top 10 Black entertainment news shows of the day. Then you have 106 in Park After Dark. That was an April Fool's joke, but it could come back as the top 10 grown stories of the day that could not air in prime time. That's why they had to be aired at late, aired during the late night block, or aired on late night television. Now, in addition to all of that, I did talk about how if you didn't want to do 106 in Park in that morning, noon, night, and after dark format, you could do BET News this morning, BET News today, BET News tonight, 106 in Park, and then you could have 106 in Park After Dark, or you have BET News After Dark, for more mature conversation, right? And then, you fill it out with talk shows and game shows, during the day, and then nighttime is your primetime sitcoms and dramas and everything else. It's a flywheel, right? A flywheel. So from 12 a.m. From 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's nonstop content, right? Nonstop. So that's the pitch of course, the weekends, that's for movies, documentaries, shorts about culture and everything else. Then Sunday is your gospel programming block. Very easy to do. The question is, can that BET live, breathe, and move in the year 2026? Well, there's a new president named Lewis Carr. He sat down with Jabari Young in the Enterprise Zone from Forbes magazine, Forbes.com. So we're going to watch that, and I'm going to give my live thoughts on that. Plus, not only that, is BET done for, or is it starting anew? Let's talk about it. Here we go. That's not the one I'm looking for.
Lewis Carr, you're in the Enterprise Zone at the Nasdaq. Hello, everyone. This is Jabari Young, senior writer at Forbes. And
sorry, y'all. Let me go back. All right, y'all. Here we go.
Inspect what you expect. Simple advice from a television icon who's now leading an iconic TV network. Talking business with Mr. Lewis Carr. You're in the Enterprise Zone at the Nasdaq. Hello, everyone. This is Jabari Young, senior writer at Forbes, and you're in the Enterprise Zone at the Nasdaq market site. And I'm joined by Mr. Lewis Carr, the president of BET Network. It's now been president now for a few months now, right? Named in December 2025?
90 days.
90 days.
90
wow,
days.
Congratulations on that. That's a
Well,
major
wonderful for
accomplishment.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
absolutely. Well, welcome to the Nasdaq. Is this your first time here?
No, I've been here many times.
Okay.
Rung the bell. And a good friend of mine who is chairman of the United States Track and Field Foundation, Bob Greifel, used to lead the Nasdaq.
Nice. That's right. So you listen, you welcome back. How about that? You've been here probably more times than me. And I only come every Monday, right? But listen, you are not a stranger here, but you got to give me a stock, right? What's worked well for Mr. Lewis Carr all these years?
Now,
Something you invest
Jabari, that's a setup. You know what?
It's not a setup.
You know what stock I got to give you. Paramount Sky.
Of course, right? Outside of the family, though, right? Out of the media business, anything that's worked well for you over the years?
Apple.
Yeah.
Apple.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Apple.
Tried and true.
Yeah. I mean, listen, your assistant was just calling me on my Apple phone, all right?
Yeah.
Ask me if you're okay here, safe. Listen, 2026, here we are. A lot happening in the world when war is going on all over the place. But, we always have that music to kind of keep us uplifted and motivated. What's been the soundtrack to your 2026 so far? 90 days on the job as BET president. What's been the music keeping you motivated?
God's been better than good.
And who's that by?
Now, you would ask me that.
Of course, because I might want to download it.
If you just put in God's been better than good, it's the only one out there.
It'll probably pop up every last song from Kirk Franklin, Marvin Sapp.
No, not this one. Not that
one. But that's a good one, though.
Yeah.
Any other ones? Any R&B, classic R&B?
Probably would be Think About It.
Think About It. Okay, I like that. And I only say classic R&B because, you're a BT, right? Donnie Simpson was the man there at one point running BET. What, Video Soul was it?
Video Soul,
man,
absolutely.
I miss those days. I really do.
I talked to Donnie a couple months ago.
Yeah, how's he doing?
He's doing great.
That's good. You should get him back.
Yeah.
Do a Video Soul.
He's doing his own podcast.
Listen, podcasting is the thing now. Podcasting on television. So, Donnie Simpson, BET, let's do it back. But you walk into a 5th grade class, Mr. Carr, and it says, what is it that you do, sir? What is it that you do? How do you explain your job to a 5th grade class?
I educate people on Black culture, Black lifestyle, and the influence it has on our broader community.
Nice.
I think that when you think about some of the misinformation and the sort of deception that you see in our communities, it's because people are not informed.
Yeah.
They don't understand. They're getting wrong information, and they're only getting half of the information. So I educate people on Black culture, Black community, Black lifestyle, and the influence it has, not only in our communities, but the broader community.
Yeah, well, you mentioned a key point, right? Because we are in this new pandemic. People always think of pandemic and they associate it with health. No, a pandemic is something that impacts a lot of people. And this misinformation pandemic that we're in now. As a TV executive, how do you handle that? How do you go about making sure that the network that you run is not presenting misinformation out there?
Well, one of the things is that we've decided the lanes that we're going to play in, and those lanes are community, culture, and connection. I think brands that serve Black consumers have to be engaged in the community. They expect that. They expect to be seen.
Okay, let's pause it here for a minute. Community, culture, and connection. Community, culture, and connection. Community, culture, and connection, right? Let's break down community, right? The community of Black nerds is way different than the community of Black gardeners, right? And the community of Black gardeners is way different than the community of Black entrepreneurs. So when I think of what Lewis Carr just said about community, I'm thinking the different factions of what Black people are interested in. Now we get into culture. When I think of culture, I think about how we relax as a culture together, how we relate to each other as a culture, and how we release. How do we release? Do we release through music? Do we release through film, rather? Do we release through products and services, right? So that's how we release, right? How do we relax? Do we relax based on our conversational tone? Do we relax based on our unified memories of different experiences that have happened to us as people? Do we relax based on, give me a moment, y'all, I'm frozen. There I am. Do we relax based on age demographics? So communities are the different factions, right? Culture, how do we release? Through different entities that allow us to be able to have an outlet. How do we relax? How do we collectively understand each other? How do we relax with each other's energy? And how do we relate? Do we relate to the news of the day? Do we relate to the wins of the day? Do we relate to the losses of the day? So culture, community, culture, and connection. Now the connection part. How do you do that? You have Rip the Runway, which was a fashion show for HIV research. You had a HBCU tour going around the country for HBCUs, right? Maybe the next Black entrepreneur, right, could be a show on BET. Maybe the BET Content Squad competition. 20 Black men, 20 Black women, or 20 Black and minority men, or 10 Black and minority men and 10 Black or minority women. They're competing. And the top 5 men and top 5 women, they get a 3-year deal with BET Networks, right? Paramount at large. So to me, the connection is how do we make accessible platforms for people to rise up? So once again, community, culture, connection. Community, culture, and connection. Community, culture, and connection. Let's keep going.
They expect to be heard, they expect to be respected, and they expect to be understood. And we do that 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
And then, you know, our brand was created and led by Black culture.
Yes.
And that's what we do probably better than anybody else.
Yeah.
We understand what's going to be hot and what's not anymore. So, and that goes beyond music, that goes beyond fashion. It's real lifestyle, understanding what is the driver of our lifestyle.
Yeah, 100%. Well, listen, let's perfect segue to get right into that, because again, as you mentioned, 90 days on the job now, but you know, listen, you're no stranger to BET. You've been there for more than 30 years. Definitely get into your background, but in December 2025, you took over for President Scott Mills, who's no longer with the company. I still think longevity is important. That's why I wanted to salute you for being at one place for so long, because nowadays, you know, I talk to a lot of young people entering the workforce and they're so quick. When you're young, you want to move from this place to that place, but you get to a point where you want to be somewhere, longevity, because it's like, you know, I don't want to always have to go to another company. I got to switch my 401k, new healthcare benefits. I got to find out who the person in the office I don't like, who doesn't like me. It's a whole new culture, but you've been able to, you know, again, be at BET for more than 30 years. What's the secret to longevity in today's work environment?
Give your business main character energy with Moo.com.
Reinvention and change. Being able to adapt to change, being able to reinvent yourself, being able to understand what's next, and whether that's in technology and process or in systems. And I think because our community continues to evolve, our consumers continue to have impact, it wasn't real difficult.
Yeah.
that's what have kept me there for almost 40 years.
Yeah. Well, listen, maybe you're going to stay around for another 40.
I don't know about that.
Well, listen, before, there may be people out there who they turn the BET network, they see it. I love Martin, and you got to catch a Martin rerun every now and then, but they may not know the history of it. And so, you go back to 1979 when Bob Johnson and Sheila Johnson first created this network. He borrowed $15,000 in seed money to start the network. And by 2001, him and his wife Sheila sold it to Viacom for $3 billion, and now it is under the ownership again of Paramount, Skydance. It was reportedly on the market, but now taken off the market. What is BET in 2026? Where is the company at? I look through and you see various reports, right? You see budget trimming at Paramount, and you wonder what's going to happen to BET, because every time there's a company and every time someone trims budget, they always associate Black culture, Black people, Black, content with budget cuts. What's going on at BET in 2026? What are you guys experiencing?
Well, one of the things is we're just like every other media brand trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
What is the new paradigm? What is the new model that we need to operate on to be efficient, to have great P&L? So we're trying to figure it out. And that's the exciting part about it. I was talking to the fellows before we came on, and they said, it's a very complex environment. Absolutely. But the excitement is who's the first to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I think that we have probably a better chance than most brands that are serving our community because we've continued to sort of be profitable. And I think when we look at what is our new operating model, one of the first things I'm trying to do is to get more swings at bat, to get more content on the air. And whether that is looking at sports, we're looking at comedy, bringing comedy back. So we're trying a lot of different things.
Now, I want to pause it here for a minute because you all may not know this, but Kevin Hart did try to bring back BET's Comic View. And when it came to sports, right, you had 106 in Sports, which failed miserably. They should have done BET Sports Weekly as a weekly show and then lead up to 106 in Sports. But one thing that you can do, and shout out to Bounce TV, they have actually broadcasted some HBCU games. You have Byron Allen, who has a 10% stake in the Stars Network, and he recently got the time slot for Funny You Should Ask and Comics Unleashed in the 11:35, 12:35 time slot, right? Or no, it's 11:35 in the 11:35 to 12:35. So 11:35 and 12:35 time slot, right? So I think one thing to do, maybe, do more live coverage of, live Black events, the Black Entertainers Hall of Fame. Anytime that Black person is getting, noticed or recognized, for the Hollywood Walk of Fame, BET is there with live coverage. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum, be there live. Afro Future Detroit, be there live. The Essence Festival of Culture, be there live. I think, for a Black media company, it's one thing to say we are of the culture, but it's another thing to be on the ground with the culture. Let me say that 2 more times. It is one thing to say we are of the culture. It's another thing to be on the ground with the culture. It's one thing to say we are of the culture. It's another thing to be on the ground with the culture. So let's continue.
To sort of figure out what works in today's marketplace. And then also, what is that cost structure? So I think it's the content, I think it's the cost structure, and at the same time, serving our community. We have a new slogan out called BET is something you can believe in. And I think that's important for our community and our consumers today.
Why?
Because, as you know, our consumers are looking for something that they can believe in right now.
Yeah.
We just lost a civil rights icon, Reverend Jesse Jackson, and they're looking for what else can we believe in right now. So not only are we in the entertainment business, we're also in the business of inspiring and motivating our community.
Yeah. You look at now where we are as a media environment.
Let me pause it there. You all just saw the BET Nobody's Got You Like We Got You, right? And their new campaign is BET is something you can believe in. I think that the idea on the foundation of the concept is good, but the only way that foundation of the idea of BET is something you can believe in is going to impact the culture is if you execute programming, if you execute opportunities, if you're executing how you are reaching the culture, if that is being felt, seen, heard, and embraced by the culture. If it's felt, seen, and heard, and embraced by the culture, then that slogan of BET is something you can believe in. Could work, right? And I think a better slogan if I could give BET one is oh my God, BET, the culture's gym. Now I know what you're thinking. BET is the culture's gym. You really wanna say that? Yeah, I do. Give me a moment. Because like I said, I love doing stuff live with y'all. So I'll type that in here and we'll make it do what it do here in a minute. Give me a moment. You know what? I said that. I got something even better. Give me a moment, y'all. Like I said, that's cute. I just thought something that'll make it even better. Give me a moment. Oh my God, my God, my God, my God, my God, my God, my God. Okay. I just, this is good. This is good. This is good. So like I said, the idea I just said, right, of BET, the culture's gym. That was cute. That was cute. That was cute. I think that slogan deserves this type of. I'm sorry, that's the background music. My bad. I think that slogan that I said deserves this type of applause. Do you hear anything? Turn up to that. It's very soft. It's very faint, but listen. Listen one more time. But the slogan I just came up with deserves this type of applause. The slogan I just came up with deserves this type of applause. The slogan that I just came up with, and I believe is better than BET is something to believe in, or BET is something you can believe in. This slogan that I just came up with deserves this type of applause. But we'll get to what I came up with here in just a little bit. Let's continue with this interview here.
I mean, again, you mentioned it. Everyone's trying to figure it out. If you look at where BET was at this peak, it was 92 million households. Today, it's around 67, 70 million. People may look at that as, oh, it's a bad number, but it's still 70 million households about that you have your channel in, right? It's still a lot, right? You know, when you're looking at how and where programming is right now, what exactly am I looking at? Because I look at BET. I remember Rap City. We just talked about Video Soul with Donnie Simpson. I know you're going through some franchise changes in the Soul Train Awards and the Hip Hop Awards. I definitely want to get your take on that in a minute. But what type of programming is going to be different under Lewis Carr's regime that we haven't seen under the previous presidents?
First of all, we're going to kind of test everything, see what works. We're looking at micro series, micro dramas. We're looking at bringing comedy back.
Comic View?
Maybe not that name. We're not sure. It could be Comic View, but it will be stand-up comedy.
Okay.
So we're going to bring stand-up comedy back. We're looking at bringing more sort of comedy, sort of sitcom series type things back.
Original series?
Yes.
Okay.
Originals. And we're also trying to get into the sports business.
Soul Train and Hip Hop Music Awards.
Let me pause it for a minute. If you all remember Showtime at the Apollo, it was syndicated. Then it was on, I believe it was on either BET or Centric as Apollo Live. Then it came back to Fox. And you all remember Sunday Best from Kirk Franklin. I think some competition shows could definitely be a pathway as well. But let's continue. We're talking about Soul Train next in the Hip Hop Awards right here, live, right here on YouTube. Let's go.
Are they going to return? I saw you on a previous interview. You said we want to make an announcement. One of them may come back.
One of them may come back.
It seems like the Soul Train. 2026. You're going to have one back this year.
We're going to have one back this year.
Okay. It seems like Soul Train. Can you just nod if it's that one? Like it has more. That's the one, right? Soul Train. That's the one it looks like. Right?
That's the one I think that everybody wants to come back.
I think that's the one that everybody does wants to come back. Right? You can mix it too.
And I try to be a crowd pleaser.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's another me. There's another franchise that was also on the channel 106 in sports. No longer there. What happened with that series? And I have to say, there were sports journalists when that came on who was like, "What is BET doing? Why this? Why not just go back to 106 in Park, right? Why 106 in Port? 106 in sports? What happened where you guys weren't seeing that ROI?"
Well, we were trying to do something different. So we took a legacy brand, 106, and we wanted to be in the sports business. And we tried to sort of say, can you kind of combine the two?
Yeah.
And didn't work out, but doesn't mean that it's dead forever.
What's it like being the president of BET? I know you're only 90 days in.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's challenging. I think you have to lead with your head and your heart at the end of the day, because the consumers that you serve, they expect a lot out of you. So they just don't expect you to be an entertainment brand. One of the things that we're doing different is we're coming back with a social impact program around mental health.
Is it want to emulate Team Summit at all?
No.
Okay.
This is going to be a social program that we will sort of connect our consumers with agencies and institutions that address mental health on a day-to-day basis.
Okay.
So we're not going to get into the mental health business. We're going to support the mental health business.
Gotcha.
So we think that that's very important, because at the end of the day, a lot of the challenges that our community faces, it ends in a result of mental stress.
Yeah. There is a financial aspect to that too, right? You know, always talking, Financial Literacy Month is coming up.
Yes.
And, having conversations with John O'Brien all the time, great, he always says silver rights activist. Jesse Jackson is silver rights. He is silver rights, but finances are always a part of that as well. Are you leaning into any financial literacy or anything like that?
Absolutely. We will be partnering with people. One of the things that I've learned over time, strategic partnerships with people who are subject matter experts.
Right.
And that's what we're going to continue to do.
I took this job not for me. I took this job for the Black community. That's what you were quoted as in an Iowa TV station in February 2026. Elaborating on that a little bit.
I've had an amazing career, absolutely amazing career. So when I was asked to take this job on, the conversation that I had with myself is why? What could I do that somebody else couldn't do? I looked at my experience and I looked at some of the challenges that I faced over life. And I thought about the people and what they did for me. So what I'm trying to do is sort of emulate what people have done for me my entire career. And that is saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, and they decided to do something about it. So I'm looking at this brand, I'm looking at our community, I'm looking at our consumers to say, how can I be helpful? I've already been helped. So how can I take that and be helpful on the business side and also on the community side and on the culture side?
We always have those surprises in life. What's been the biggest positive surprise about being the president of BET? Positive surprise.
Being asked.
Being asked. That was a positive surprise.
I didn't.
It caught you off guard?
I didn't see it coming.
Really? You've been there for 30 years, more than 30 years.
No. What I saw was I've had an amazing career. It's time to go do something else. So when I was asked to do this, I was totally shocked.
Wow. Biggest negative surprise?
There's been no negative.
Oh, come on, man. You gotta have, if there's positive, there's negatives.
No, there hasn't.
It's just been all rosy.
It's only been 90 days.
It has. Okay, so I'll call you back after the end of the year, and then you'll tell me what the negative surprise is gonna be, right? Take me back to that Lewis Carr that was just growing up in Chicago. What was that like for you?
I was a kid who grew up on the west side of Chicago in the hood, who was poor and who didn't know he was poor. Because, everybody I was surrounded by, we all had the same thing. We all had fun. We all were sort of great athletes at that particular time. So as I always said, I didn't know I was poor until I went to college.
What did your parents do?
My mom.
Wait a minute, y'all. Hang on.
My mother worked for the city, and my father, as we would just say, he just did his thing.
The eye blink, he just did his thing. What'd you learn from them?
What I learned from my mother is just hard work. And a Harold Washington word that I use, stick-to-itism. We know that's not a word, but I like the way it sounds. And what I learned from my father is don't give up.
Yeah. How about that Lewis Carr, that young Lewis that was just watching cartoons on a Saturday morning? What were you watching?
Flintstones.
You know what's up? I tried to get my daughter to watch that show. It's one of my favorites as well. She can't get into it. It is. Well, they have the movie, and I still see some of the cartoons on HBO Max or something like that. And she can't get into it. She says, well, Dad, why are they running around with their feet and the cars? And so I tried to explain it. I just could not, and I gave up. I just couldn't do it. But the Flintstones, that's a classic.
Still around. Glad to hear that.
That's a classic. But what about that Lewis Carr who saw vision, right? He wrote 319.5 in high school, right? 319.5 is what you were trying to, that was your, relay. You were on the track team at that point. Your coach, Bernie McCall, right? What would you tell that young Lewis that was writing 319.5, that was getting vision from Coach McCall, that was just still trying to figure it out? You go back and talk to that young Lewis. What would you tell him right now?
Think big.
Think big.
Think big. Think so big that it's scary to you. And because that's what 319.5 was for me.
Yeah.
That's what it was for our team. We were thinking big, not just break a city record or a state record, but to break a national record. That's thinking big.
Yeah. And when you were coming out of college, what were you like then? You went to Drake University in Iowa. Why did you go to Iowa of all places? You're from Chicago. You went to Iowa?
I went to Iowa because I had got scholarship offers from just about every big school in the country, and I got hurt. And those scholarship offers were rescinded. And the athletic director and coach of Drake University showed up at my house one day and said, I've never heard of you, but based on the articles that I've pulled and the people I've talked to, I'm prepared to offer you a full scholarship.
Wow. And you never look back with that.
Never look back.
That's why you chose Iowa, right? Sometimes, you got to go where they want you.
Sometimes you go where they want you. It chose me.
They chose you, right? But then listen, you had a pretty good career, right? You were a Nike brand ambassador while you were on campus. 1978, you graduated with a degree from a degree in broadcast journalism, and then you started working for Johnson Publishing Company at that point. You sit back and you reflect, right? From that time when you stepped on Drake, right?
By the way, the Johnson Publishing Company is Ebony and Jet Magazine. In case you did not know that, and in case you did not know that, let me add something else on top of that. John H. Johnson founder himself, the man that's behind the Johnson Publishing Company, was born in Arkansas City, Arkansas. ISO Plus, Black Magic, that was born in Arkansas as well. Yeah. Got a lot of Black history. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Got a lot of it. Yes, indeed. Not to mention, too, Deion Cole is from Arkansas as well. A lot of Black history in Arkansas. Let's continue.
Nike brand ambassador, just figuring out, understanding at that point, sales is something that you might be wanting to get into. You go from Johnson, who owned Ebony, then you go to Black Enterprise Magazine. And then from there, you go on a 21-year stint as the president of media sales at BET, where you helped stimulate over $10 billion in advertising sales. You had a 2009 challenge where some millions and millions got mismanaged, where you almost walked away, right? But you overcame it, right? And in 2023, you get inducted into the Advertising Hall of Fame. When you go back and you look at Lewis Carr's career, how would you describe it in one word?
God.
God. Why God?
Because I didn't have a vision for any of this. All the challenges, I didn't know how I was going to overcome them. I was just working. When I graduated from college, I wanted to be you, all right? Because I thought I had a broadcast journalism degree, and I thought I should be in front of a camera to interview people. And that didn't work out for me, because number one, I didn't want to stay in Des Moines, Iowa, and cut my teeth in a small town. And this whole sales thing, I never thought about it. That's not what I wanted to do. A best friend suggested that I do that. So I think God maneuvered and had his hand in everything that has happened. And I'm grateful.
Yeah. Now you can use two. I just wanted to, get you a little 2 words now if you had to describe your career. But you summed it up so well. I don't know if you want to change it.
I don't know. I'm not going to change it now.
I love that, man. When you go back, though, and you look at, there are individuals who you always mention in your career who's, kind of had an influence on you. And some of them I just mentioned, but you tell me the one word that comes to mind when I mention these names, the first being John Johnson, who owned Ebony.
Waymaker.
I love it. How about Robert Johnson, who owned BET?
Websites your competitors don't want you to know, part 2.
All you do is go to this website, and it lets you find out.
Give him a moment, y'all.
Graves. Can you give me a different one?
Yeah.
Robert Johnson, right?
Absolutely.
Earl Graves. Can you give me a different one?
Yeah.
Robert Johnson, right?
Absolutely.
Ebony.
Waymaker.
I love it. How about Robert Johnson, who owned BET?
Waymaker.
2 Waymakers in John Johnson and Robert Johnson, right?
Absolutely.
Earl Graves. Can you give me a different one?
Yes. Discipline.
Why discipline?
He made me understand that in order to be successful, that you had to be extremely disciplined in your process, in everything that you did. You had to be very, very disciplined in your approach to it.
Yeah. What was it like working for Robert Johnson? You have a quote, and you always said, he would always tell you, don't want to be a one-trick pony, Lewis. Don't want to be a one-trick pony. Like, he was so diverse.
Now, wait a minute. Now, I've said that before of some of y'all one-trick ponies out here in creating content. Now, I've said that before. I remember saying that when that decrepit, dilapidated, and broken show was going to end, in some shape, form, or fashion, whether it was going to end as a show or end as the structure within the show was going to end, it was going to prove who's a real content creator, who ain't a real content creator. Now, listen. Jabari Young quoted a quote from Robert Johnson of "Don't be a one-trick pony." So the man who owned BET also don't like one-trick ponies. So listen, don't get mad at me if you're a one-trick pony. Okay, all right, moving on.
sparked when he came to media thinking? What was it like working for him?
Thinking big, thinking out of the box. Don't be ordinary. Be creative. You know, that's why I kind of learned that business people can be creative. So he's still my mentor. I spoke to him day before yesterday, and he's always still, I was almost about to tell his age, but I'm not gonna do that. I'll let him tell that. But at the age he is, he's still doing deals, and that's very impressive.
I love it. Well, listen, man, get you out of here on some fun stuff. But before I got to check into your portfolio, right? I know you had one point owned a real estate, a venture company, Tweeny Ventures. You still own that out in Chicago?
No, I sold that.
You sold that?
But it was good.
Nice. Now, do you still own any real estate out that way?
Only a home.
Only a house. No commercial, nothing like that?
No commercials.
Okay.
I invest in commercial with other people.
Oh, there you go. So you do have some businesses on the side. You have a car wash at all?
No, my uncle was in the car wash business. I thought about going into the car wash business. And at the time that I was thinking about it, the city of Chicago raised water prices something like 60%.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, those numbers don't add up anymore.
Yeah. Well, listen, it may now because the car wash business is so automated.
Yeah.
Right. And so operational costs is always down. How about a restaurant franchise? Anything?
No, I'm totally invested in BET. And also a brand that I have called Waymaker.
Waymaker, there you go. That's the conference that you have out in Chicago, right? Did it happen already this year?
No, it'll probably be in the fall of this year.
This fall of this year. What year are you on?
This will be year 7.
Year 7. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is financial literacy,
it is where we bring together business, sports, and health and wellness experts to inspire and motivate Black men to live their best life.
Got you. Name your empire in one word. What's Lewis Carr's business empire? When you're riding off in the sunset and you might get a little spot on Martha's Vineyard and you're reflecting, what do you want your business empire to be in one word?
Inspirational.
I love that. Well, listen, get you out of here on some fun stuff. I gave you $10,000 right now. What's the first thing you would invest in?
$10,000 right now probably would be Paramount Skydance.
I love that. You can't listen. I tried, right? But Apple or Paramount Skydance. What's Lewis Carr's superpower?
I can motivate and inspire people to be their best.
I love that, and that's a great point. What do you look for in an executive? Like that person who may want to come after you. What are you looking for in an executive?
Someone who believes that there are no boundaries for themselves. Someone who believes that everything is possible and they're going to do the work at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They're willing to do the work.
Yeah. Outlook stuff. You look at the media business overall in 2026. Again, your expertise is advertising. What does Lewis Carr see?
Distribution. I mean, distribution is at the end of the day, the BET brand needs to be on more platforms, be more accessible to people. And that's what I'm going to try to do.
Yeah, love it. 3 books that inspire you. You wrote 2, right? But outside of the 2 that you wrote, right? I know you're plugging, right? But outside of the 2 you wrote, 3 books that inspire you to perform and motivate your best.
Dig Your Well Before You Get Thirsty. Harvey McKay. John Malone's book that he just released late last year. I think it's called Unwired. Or Wired, one of them. Unwired, John Malone. And probably the 3rd book would be Jesus CEO.
Man, that's a powerful one. Jesus CEO? Who's that by?
I can't think of the writer, but it's in my library.
Yeah, right we just put it on there.
There are not going to be too many called Jesus CEO.
Get you out of here. Final thing for me, Good to Great. My favorite business book, Jim Collins' Good to Great. What's the difference between good content and great content in 2026?
Well, I would just take it like this, Jabari. Is the difference between good and great. I was asked that when I asked that question of my high school coach when he asked me, Lewis, are you just going to be good? Or are you going to be great? And I said, what do the people who are great do that the people who are just good don't do? The work.
Yeah. And he lined you up and you had to go get to it.
That's correct.
Mr. Carr, thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for doing this.
Absolutely. Good luck at BET. Listen, you've been there. You know how this thing works, but you're now taking on this role, as you said, for the Black community. I wish you nothing but the best. Call me if you need me. I'm around.
I need you.
Please,
so I'm calling you now.
Let's do it. I appreciate it. Definitely. BET, the president of BET, Lewis Carr, here at the Nasdaq market site. He's no stranger. He's been here before. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
So there is that interview there, great interview there by Jabari Young. Let's dig more into this thing with some articles here, and then I'm going to give you not just what I came up with. Of course, I'm going to show you my 106 in Park plan for the flywheel of content, but I have taken the statement or the slogan of BET is something you can believe in to evolving it to a bigger, better, and bolder, not just statement, not just a mission, but a frequency that I believe will separate, place, and create new pathways for BET in a way that they probably never had before. So let's talk about it. By the way, the BET Experience, June 25th through the 27th. Your FanFest tickets are available now. Get ready to party in LA. Here we go, everybody. From $15 borrowed to $10 billion in ad sales. BET's president Lewis Carr says his career can be summed up in one word: God. In an interview with Forbes at the Nasdaq, Carr opened up about reinvention, misinformation, what's coming back to your screen, why a kid from the South, from the West Side of Chicago, ended up running one of Black media's most iconic brands. So basically, all of this, right? But I want to focus on something here. Carr's secondary brand, Waymaker, a men's summit and media platform that he has built over the past 7 years, focused on inspiring Black men around finance, health, and careers, is also continuing with the annual summit expected this fall. If I am the president of BET and I have a secondary brand that has been running a summit for 7 years, why not bring that summit to BET for live summit coverage? Now, I know what some of you are going to say. Well, Braylon, isn't that a conflict of interest? Not necessarily, no. That would be like me being on Good Morning America and GMA uses a clip from Brainley's virtual tour to talk about a news story. That's not conflict of interest. That's not conflict of interest. That is a interest alignment. Let me say that again. That's not conflict of interest. It's not conflict of interest. That is a interest alignment. That's not conflict of interest. That's an interest alignment. It's not conflict of interest. That's an interest alignment. Now, what Lewis Carr will have to do is say, hey, listen, I know we need live programming. I have my brand, talking over with the board, this, that, and the third, make sure that you're not utilizing BET to elevate your brand. But if there is something from Waymaker, right, the summit, there's different shows that you guys are producing, then maybe that can be a jump off point, right? So with that being said, let's continue here. Right here, Lewis Carr, media mogul, motivational speaker, author, and philanthropist. Lewis Carr has been with BET for 36 years, serving as the president of media sales for the last 21 years. During his tenure with the company, Carr has transformed the multicultural space for some of the world's biggest brands and stimulated over $9 billion in advertising sales through strategic partnerships with corporations like Procter & Gamble, Unilever, McDonald's, General Motors, Facebook, Apple, and many more. He has been a guide and a consultant on opportunities that exist within Black and Brown communities through his deep understanding of linear TV or linear television, digital social platforms. He has made BET Networks the #1 brand and choice for Black consumers. Carr's mantra, "Be led by data and insights," has driven BET to have the largest repository of information on Black consumers than any other media company worldwide. It's understand this data has inspired him to create content messages that helps marketers sell products and services, help them become good corporate citizens. So I think about Sir Richard Branson when he says, "Hey, welcome in." I think about Sir Richard Branson when he says, "I want to change business for good." And, in my cover letters, when I'm applying for jobs, I always say anybody can, look at data and insights. It's another thing for somebody to understand the soul of a brand. Anybody can look at data and analytics, but it takes somebody to understand the soul of the brand. Anybody can look at data analytics, but it takes somebody to understand the soul of the brand. As much as you make the time, energy, and commitment to look at the data analytics, are you willing to get on a flight on an off day just to go to Little Rock, Arkansas, or go to Cleveland, Ohio, or to go to Compton, California, and just take in the environment? Go to the local Catfish diner, go to that barbershop, go to that beauty salon, go to that community garden, and just listen to what's on the ground, because that cannot be quantified through data and analytics, right? So, like I said, use data and analytics as a resource, not the source. Use data and analytics as a resource, not the source. Use data and analytics as a resource, not the source. Let's continue. In addition to Carr's stellar professional career, he has had a long-term commitment to young people in his community. Carr founded the Lewis Carr Internship Program, LCIF, 19 years ago to help improve diversity in corporate America through paid internships. The foundation has provided 200 paid internships, in which 60 alumni now have full-time jobs for the industry. He's also created the Blueprint Men Summit and the Blueprint Connect podcast, which brings together some of Black America's high-profile thought leaders to educate Black men in the areas of finance, health, careers, relationships, and entrepreneurship. Staying true to his commitment to give back, Carr launched his latest brand called Waymaker. He purposed this initiative to help provide direction, wisdom, and inspiration to people wanting to grow their life and change the world. Through the quarterly Waymaker Journal and other avenues, the umbrella brand offers insight from subject matter experts across a wide range of fields. Carr has authored 2 books, Dirty Little Secrets and Little Black Book, Daily Motivations for Business and Personal Growth. He openly lays out his blueprint to greatness, covering much needed topics like leadership, culture, strategy, vision, success, and diversity. Most recently, Carr was inducted into the 2023 Advertising Hall of Fame. Carr has also been recognized by the Board IQ as a top 100 Hall of Fame African American and was named one of the most influential Black corporate directors by Savoy magazine. He has served on more advertising industry boards than any other African American. He's held seats on the International Radio and Television Society, IRTS, the Video Advertising Bureau, VAB, the Advertising Council, and the American Advertising Federation, AAF. He currently serves on Cedar Fair's board of directors. If you don't know who Cedar Fair is, that is Six Flags and Cedar Fair. Drake University Board of Trustees and the United States Track and Field Foundation, USATF Board. Mr. Carr attended Drake University on a full athletic scholarship and received a Bachelor of Arts in Broadcast Journalism. He's been happily married for 36 years. For more information, visit IamLewisCarr.com or follow him on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at IamLewisCarr and Lewis Carr on LinkedIn. So that is the bio there. And of course, Waymaker and Waymaker Journal. Like I said, I appreciated his calmness, his stillness, and the fact that there was a pulse. The main question I have is Paramount Skydance going to put the lid on the jar of Lewis Carr? Or are you going to take the lid off the jar? Although being able to generate $9 billion in advertising sales, I would assume you would let him do exactly what he wants to do, when he wants to do it, and how he wants to do it. But once again, we are in the year of 2026. And like I said, I really wanted this to be a conversation, right, that really showcases that we can all be more, right? But how do we get there, right? And of course, that is Jeanette Reyes and Robert Byrne. They both met in my hometown of Little Rock, Arkansas, and both of them have just blown up tremendously. So damn proud of them. Yes, there. So you see, Waymaker is the core brand, a movement committed to creating pathways, opportunities, and blueprints for Black success in life, leadership, and legacy-focused storytelling conversations, curated content for Black professionals and families, cross-generational leadership and mentor focus, partnerships with brands aligned with Black advancement, integrated campaigns connecting print, digital app experiences. Waymaker Journal is our flagship publication spotlighting stories of Black innovators, creatives, and everyday heroes, shaping culture and community. In-depth feature stories and interviews, print and digital issues with timeless evergreen content. Evergreen content is basically content that is just always good, always working, always will be in the favor of your audience. Topics spanning business, wellness, wealth, faith, and culture. Opportunities for brand integrations and ad placements, distribution across events, digital platforms, and partner networks. The Waymaker Summit, the Waymaker Men's Summit, and relay experiences gather Black men and allies for 2 days of high-impact conversations, connections, and action around leadership, mental health, wealth, and purpose. Main stage keynotes, fireside chats, team summit, and focus programming, live podcasts, workshops and master classes, curate networking and brand activations, sponsorship, vendor and partnership opportunities, digital experiences. Waymaker Digital builds immersive online experiences, websites, streaming moments, social first campaigns designed to extend our impact beyond the room. Web and landing page storytelling, live streams, and digital event extensions, social campaigns that drive engagement and action. On-demand content libraries and replays, data-informed strategies to grow, reach, and impact. And then, of course, Waymaker Media. Waymaker Media develops creative strategy and content that helps brands, leaders, and organizations speak authentically to Black audiences with excellence and intention. Brand storytelling, content development, video, podcast, and social media production, campaign strategy, and creative direction, talent, influencer, collaboration opportunities, custom media packages for partners and sponsors. So, you have 5 different pathways, right? That could be an asset to BET, right? So let's go to Waymaker YouTube. So here is Waymaker YouTube. Right here, 2,150 subscribers, and then 1,640,684 total views. So we go to their videos. Like I said, this is what I mean by actually creating content, right? So here it is here. 6 months ago, Walk Good LA, how Anthony Maurice turns trauma into healing, right? That's the latest. The oldest video they have is Grammy-nominated artist and actor Luke James speaks on his career, depression, and Waymakers, right? So that is 3 years ago. Go to the live tab here. Waymakers Men's Summit live from the BET Experience. So obviously, it's working, right? 286 views 10 months ago, 2025. It looks like it's day 1, day 2, and day 3. So he's already doing that, but can you do a bigger partnership with Waymaker, the company, and BET? Now, let's get to 106 and Park, right? This is all about how you go about that, right? So here it is here. I talked about 106 in Park this morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Black social and cultural news. 106 in Park news today. 106 in Park today, rather. 1 p.m. 2 p.m. talk show, Black lifestyle and consumer content. 106 in Park top 10 live. 7 to 8 p.m. Because 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. would be BET News tonight. 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Black pop culture entertainment news show, 106 in Park after dark. 11:35 to 12:35 a.m. Top 10 Black adult grown folks and mature audience stories of the day. Each show is live from New York City. Absolutely. Here's a revitalized modern day 106 in Park live programming. Universe built as a full-day New York-based live Black media destination, honoring legacy while pushing culture forward. So 106 in Park live from New York City, a BET original day part franchise, rather. Positioning statement: 106 in Park Live is the heartbeat of Black culture, delivering real-time social conversation, lifestyle, entertainment, and grown folks' perspectives across the entire day. So daily programming lineup: 106 in Park this morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Black social and cultural news, informative, uplifting, and unapologetically Black. Audience 18 to 49. Concept: a culturally rooted morning show covering news through a Black lens where politics, culture, social justice, wellness, music, tech, and community intersect. Core segments: morning culture check, overnight headlines impacting Black communities, group chat, host debate, trending social issues, Black Wall Street, business, money, and ownership news, wellness, wake up, mental health, fitness, and self-care, campus and culture, HBCU, Gen Z, and youth perspectives, live NYC hits, music, and viral moments. Host one veteran journalist, one cultural commentator, one comedian / personality, and rotating guest contributors. That is 106 in Park this morning. Then you have 106 in Park today, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Black lifestyle and consumer talk show, smart, stylish, and aspirational. Audience 25 to 54. Concept of midday live talk show, spotlight how Black people live, spin, build, thrive, and I would say commune as well, or converse rather, from fashion and food to tech and entrepreneurship. Core segments: Buy Black Live. Say that 3 times. Buy Black Live. Buy Black Live. Buy Black Live. There it is. Black owned brands, demo products, level up, career, money, and business conversations, culture and consumption trends shaping Black spending power. The table, honest panel discussions, celebrity drop-ins, press runs rather, book tours, brand launches, visual style, clean, daytime New York loft aesthetic, interactive audience polls, and shoppable integrations. Then, of course, the big kahuna, the big mama, the big daddy, the big shaboozy, everything that is everything, the original 106 Park Top 10 Live, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Black pop culture entertainment news, high energy, fun, nostalgic meets now. Audience 18 and 34 core. Concept: the modern evolution of the iconic countdown, live, social first, fan powered rather. Counting down the most important moments in Black music, media, internet culture. Top 10 categories rotate. Music videos, viral moments, celebrity news, career, culture, fashion moments, sports, entertainment, crossover. Except it would not be a music video countdown. It would just be the top 10 Black entertainment, pop culture news stories of the day, right? So, of course, the core segments, the live signature countdown, artist pull-ups, live performances and interviews, fan cam, viewer reactions via social, culture flashback, 106 in Park, and legacy moments in the streets aside, New York audience voting now. Something that happened on 106 in Park that you may not know about. There was this huge map, right? And this happened with Roxy Diaz and Terrence J. So let's just say you're at the house, you're on the 106 in Park app, you're just relaxing. I'm watching 106 in Park, I'm seeing and your phone just you're watching 106. 106 is calling you. Hello, you're on 106 in Park. What's good? It's Terrence J and Roxy Diaz. How you doing today? Like, they had that, right? So imagine, if you will, right? Imagine, if you will, that coming back, right? So let's continue here. Then, of course, you have 106 in Park After Dark, 11:35 to 12:35 a.m. Mature Black news, culture, and conversation, grown, honest, and unfiltered. Audience 30 to 60. Concept of late night space for grown folks. Black conversation where topics go deeper, messier, and more real. Core segments top 10 After Dark. True stories mainstream media avoids. Uncomfortable truths, relationships, money, power, politics. Legacy voices, OGs, elders, and cultural shapers. Nightcap conversations, roundtable discussions, live audience reactions. A New York-based adult crowd. Visual style, moody lighting, lounge style set. Jazz, neo soul, hip hop instrumentals, production and logistics. Production and logistics rather. Location, live studio, New York City, street level windows for live city energy, shared central studio, modular set redesigns, production model, full live broadcast, social first clipping team in real time, audience participation across all shows, live to stream, simulcast. Now, of course, BET Plus is gone, so it will be simulcasted on Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus digital platforms. Digital social extension, 24/7 clips across TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Top 10 voting powered by fans. Podcast spun off of each show. So the official after show. So the 106 in Park After Dark podcast. The official podcast happens immediately after the show is over. 106 in Park Top 10 Live After Show podcast. 106 in Park Today After Show podcast. And then 106 in Park This Morning After Show podcast, right? And then, of course, interactive polls, merch drops, and live chats. Why this works: reclaims 106 Park as a cultural institution, owns Black conversation all day long, bridges Gen Z, millennials, and grown folks. New York City energy plus live format equals cultural credibility, scalable into tours, festivals, award shows, and brand extensions. Okay, so that is my idea to bring back 106 Park as a content flywheel. Now, if you just wanted to do BET News this morning, BET News today, BET News tonight, BET News After Dark, and then just keep 106 in Park Top 10 Live as the signature show. You can do that as well, but I believe 106 in Park with in that framework that I just gave will absolutely work for the year of 2026 and for years to come. Now, remember how I said that the slogan that I came up with deserves this type of applause. BET is the culture's gem. BET, the culture's gem. I got something even better than that. You ready for this? Here we go. Black Entertainment Television. Clock into the assignment. Yes, indeed. This framing positions BET as the cultural workplace of Black excellence, where creators, artists, journalists, comedians, athletes, activists, and entrepreneurs, and everybody who's trying to be something to somebody clock in to shape culture. It blends culture, hustle, accountability, and celebration. BET, clock into the assignment. Brand plan, that's number one. Number one brand plan, brand mission. BET exists to document, debate, celebrate, and advance, and create Black culture in real time. Brand position: BET is the cultural newsroom, entertainment hub, and creative workplace of Black America, where culture doesn't just trend, it reports for duty. Brand identity tagline: clock into the assignment. Brand pillars: culture at work, music, film, sports, fashion, internet culture. Number 2, Black accountability, social justice, politics, economic empowerment, joy plus celebration, comedy, game shows, live events, and much more. The future shift: young careers, gaming, tech, entrepreneurship. But also too, I think, when it comes to, how shall I put this? If I could add a 5th tier, I think is being recorders of history. Right, so it's the elders, it's the OGs, it's the young adults that remember back then, right? So I think the 5th tier should be history recording, right? If I could add a 5th tier. Brand tone: smart, funny, honest, urgent, aspirational. Visual identity: color system, primary, jet black, gold, and crimson. Secondary, neon, purple, chrome, silver. Graphic language, clock punches, work ID badges, assignment folders, loops, tickers, editorial graphics. Number 2, game plan, strategic objective. Turn BET into the daily cultural briefing of Black America. Programming strategy, BET runs on a 3-shift cultural schedule. Morning shift, clock in, a culture-driven morning show. Segments, culture headlines, social media debates, music premieres, career spotlight, Black business news, host, journalist, comedian, cultural commentator. Day shift, the assignment desk, daytime reality, documentaries, and career programming. Examples on career bootcamp, influencers compete to launch a brand, like Wall Street Live, entrepreneurs pitch businesses, culture court, debates around viral issues, primetime shift, overtime, prestige programming shows, drama, hip hop, industry drama, political thrillers, sports dramas, reality, entertainment competitions, relationship shows, comedy, stand-up showcases, and sketch shows. Night shift, after hours, late night culture shows, BET After Hours or BET Uncut, if you remember that. The Roast Room and Freestyle Fridays, which was on 106 & Park. Let's continue. Marketing plan, cultural marketing strategy. BET markets like a cultural movement, not a TV network. Campaign tile, clock in. Marketing phase 1, the roll call, celebrities clock in. Examples: Kevin Hart clocks in, Issa Rae clocks in, Jalen Hurts clocks in, Coco Jones clocks in rather. Short videos of them saying, clocking in for the culture. Phase 2, the assignment. Celebrities receive missions. Examples: revive R&B, fix Black Hollywood, rebuild Black sitcoms. Phase 3, user-generated culture. Fans post, here's my assignment. Social marketing platforms, social first, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, Twitter, of course, Clubhouse, yes, indeed. Street marketing, pop-ups in Atlanta, Houston, Chicago, Detroit, DC, LA, Cleveland, Ohio, Little Rock, Arkansas as well. Interactive BET time clock booths, people literally clocking in. Number 4, the concept plan. The core idea of BET is a living cultural newsroom. Every day, culture gets an assignment. Signature shows, inside the assignment, the weekly flagship show. Panelists discuss the biggest cultural moments. Think sports desk plus music debate plus internet breakdown. Culture investigates the journalism unity, dives into music contracts, Hollywood diversity, sports economics, social justice issues. Next shift. The next generation creators compete to build media empires. Freestyle for a live hip hop performance show. Comedy clocked in. Stand up showcase. Give it a moment, y'all. Okay. Black Excellence Files documentary series, logistics plan. BET organizational structure, BET becomes 3 divisions: culture desk, content teams covering music, film, sports, politics, internet culture. Number 2, entertainment division, responsible for drama, reality, game shows, comedy, live events. Creator economy division, responsible for YouTube creators, TikTok partnerships, podcasts, gaming streams, and many more things that could be under the creator economy. Production hubs, BET expands production to cultural capitals: Atlanta, Los Angeles, New York, Houston, London, Lagos, Nigeria. Of course, Little Rock, Arkansas, and Cleveland, Ohio as well. Studio design, BET HQ becomes the assignment floor, like a newsroom / creative studio, features live stages, debate desk before the stage, podcast booths. Talent pipeline, BET launches the BET Career Fellowship, 100 careers per year, training in producing, journalism, writing, and show running. Cultural vision, BET becomes the cultural headquarters of Black creativity, where artists clock in, journalists clock in, comedians clock in, athletes clock in, activists clock in. And every day the question is asked, what's today's assignment? So, not too bad, right? Right? Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Give me a moment here. one moment, y'all. Something I needed to do. Something I needed to do. Something I need to do. Something I need to do. Something I need to do. Okay, that's fine. It's totally fine, child. On that. See, you see how God works. Oh, okay. 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 Give me a moment, y'all. Oh, wait till y'all see the logo. Did you hear me? Wait till y'all see the logo. Wait till y'all see the logo. Okay. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. This is so exciting. This is so exciting. This is so exciting. Okay. So let's keep going with the BET brand strategy plan here. So that was just stage one, right? That was just stage one. That was just stage one. Okay. Come on now. There we go. So I asked it to do a full 24-hour BET programming schedule, 10 flagship show ideas. The first, clock into the assignment, launch campaign, commercial script, a BET Studios expansion strategy to rival Netflix, HBO, and Tyler Perry Studios, and a BET Award spinoff brand award show called the Clock Into the Assignment Awards in the style of the Steve Harvey Neighborhood Awards. Y'all remember that, right? So here we go. Full 24-hour programming schedule. The schedule is built like work shifts, reinforcing the brand idea that the culture clocks in. The morning shift, 6 a.m. to 12 p.m., 6 a.m. rise and grind, gospel, inspirational gospel music, and faith-based conversations. 7 a.m. Black Money Minute, daily financial literacy show. Topics, investing, entrepreneurship, generational wealth. 8 a.m. clock in, BET's flagship cultural morning show, 7's culture headlines, and the post music debut, celebrity clock-in, political conversations. 10 a.m. Culture Court, panel debates, cultural topics. Example episode are record labels exploring TikTok artists. 11 a.m. Black Excellence Files, documentary storytelling about innovators and pioneers. Then the day shift, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. 12 p.m. The assignment desk, news style, entertainment coverage. Topics, music industry, Hollywood, sports culture, fashion, tech. 1 p.m. the BET sitcom block, classic sitcoms, Marn, Fresh Prince, Girlfriends. 3 p.m. Career Lab, a reality show where digital careers compete to launch brands. 4 p.m. HBCU Nation, coverage of HBCU culture, marching band, sports, and campus life. 5 p.m. Cultural Report, daily cultural recap. Primetime shift, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Inside the Assignment. Flagship debate show, panel, journalists, artists, athletes, activists, topics, music, contracts, sports, politics, rather, and a culture drama series slot. 7 p.m. examples, hip-hop industry drama, sports dynasty series, black political thriller, rather. 8 p.m. reality competition slot, examples, career comedy competitions, dance competitions. 9 p.m. BET Cinema premiere, black filmmakers premiere films. 10:30 Freestyle Fridays, live hip hop performance show, rather, live ciphers. And then the night shift, 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. BET After Hours at 11 p.m. late back talk show, music, comedy, and interviews. 12 a.m. The Roast Room, comedians roast celebrities. 1 a.m. Unfiltered, deep interviews with artists. In a moment. Swear to God, I hate when it does that. Neighborhood. And she is so beautiful. Anyway, it was a woman I was watching before I was watching some of her YouTube videos, y'all. Let's see, back to this here. 2 a.m. BET throwback videos, classic hip hop and R&B videos. 10 flagship show concepts. Clock in cultural morning show, host, journalist, comedian, music insider. Number 2, Inside the Assignment. culture debate show Think Sports Desk meets hip hop journalism, the Career Lab. Influencers compete to launch a brand. Winner receives $1 million in a BET show deal. I would win that by a landslide. We could have the season premiere, the season finale done in the same show, or the same episode rather. Culture Court, internet debates judged by a panel. Example cases: was this diss track too far? Freestyle Floor, live hip hop performance show. Artists perform with live bands. HBCU Nation reality documentary series on HBCU culture. Number 7, the Black Money League. Entrepreneurs compete to pitch businesses. Comedy clocked in rather stand-up comedy showcase. Black Excellence Files documentary storytelling series. And number 10, the Next Shift. Young careers compete to build media empires. Number 3, launch campaign commercial script. BET clock into the assignment, 60 seconds. Open, black screen, sound, time clock punching, text on screen. Culture doesn't sleep. Montage, music studio, basketball court, barbershop debate, comedy stage, film set, college campus, that restaurant around the way, right? Voiceover. Every generation gets an assignment. Cut to celebrities clocking in. Musician punches a time clock. Athlete punches a time clock. Comedian punches a time clock. To move the culture forward. HBCU band marching. Film director shouting action. Artists paying murals. Entrepreneurs opening businesses. This is where the culture reports for duty. Cut to BET logo. Clock into the assignment. Only on BET. Not too bad. Number 4, BET Studios expansion strategy to rival Netflix, HBO, and Top Air Studios. BET must become a global black storytelling powerhouse. Now, I believe that Paramount Studios ought to sell Paramount Studios. I believe Paramount should sell the Paramount Studios. I believe Paramount should sell the Paramount Studios. Give that to BET, make that the BET Studios, but that's just me. BET Studios campus, location in Atlanta, size 200 acres, includes 20 sound stages, backlots, post-production, and virtual reality production stages. Global production hubs. BET Studios opens divisions in Atlanta, Los Angeles, New York, London, Toronto, Canada, Lagos, Nigeria, and Johannesburg, South Africa. BET Film Fund annual production fund of $500 million supports film, scripted series, and documentaries. Career Accelerator annual fellowship, 100 careers training in directing, producing, writing, editing, hosting, and you will get paid. International strategy. BET becomes the global home of black storytelling. Productions from Africa, Caribbean, or the Caribbean, United Kingdom, and Brazil. The Clock Into the Assignment Awards, right? A spin-off award show inspired by community-driven recognition, style inspiration. Steve Harvey's The Neighborhood Awards. Event named Clock Into the Assignment Awards. Purpose: celebrating people doing work for the culture, not just celebrities, also teachers, entrepreneurs, community leaders, and activists. Award categories: Culture Shifter Award, Artists Moving Culture Forward, Community Captain Award, Local Leader Transforming Communities, Black Business Builder, Entrepreneur Creating Generational Wealth, Internet Game Changer, Creator Redefine Online Culture, HBCU Pride Award, Student Leader. Also, 2 professors will be recognized as well. Legacy Assignment Award, Lifetime Achievement, Show Format. Location rotates annually. Cities: Atlanta, Houston, Detroit, Chicago, DC, Little Rock, and Cleveland. Segments: community stories, live music, celebrity tributes, show host comedian with strong community connection. Examples: Kevin Hart, Keke Palmer, Deion Cole, or Braylon Lee, since I'm the one who thought of all this. Show moment: celebrity surprise community heroes. Example: a teacher receives a $100,000 grant live on stage. The bigger vision. BET becomes more than a network. It becomes a cultural newsroom, a creative ecosystem, a storytelling studio, a community platform, right? And then, of course, right here, look at this. BET, Black Entertainment Television, Clock Into the Assignment, right? That's the first one. And the second one is BET, Clock Into the Assignment. Y'all, that's the game plan for BET. I hope that you guys enjoyed this live. It was a great wonder, joy, and nothing but a good time bringing this to you all. So I'm I'm gonna turn off my camera now because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. So we're going to take a little bit of a commercial break, and then we'll be back to wrap things up right here. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Roll it.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Braylon got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then. Where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum. Echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear. The pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth. We're free, trust and believe. It's entertainment, news done our way with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big night out. In fact, there's no occasion too big, or if you like, too small. Copeland's, there's always something good.
Welcome to Copeland's.
Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big night out. In fact, there's no occasion too big, or if you like, too small. Copeland's, there's always something good.
Sweet boy and blue, one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. I come from Memphis. Our son is your son.
Welcome to the celebration.
We all we got.
I'll see that. Don't you leave here today with happiness. I want you to leave here with
I'm loving it.
I'm loving y'all right back. Well, that is it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I had a great time doing a great interview there by Jabari Young and Lewis Carr. And like I said, I do believe that BET still matters. The question is, how do you go about navigating that? Now, of course, my plan is my plan, right? I truly believe that this plan really could work. But then again, what you may think, how can I put this? What you think might work, right, may not be able to be done in reality, right? Because there's a lot more. There's a lot more, not only red tape, and there's not only a lot more levers you have to pull, but there's also a lot of tension right now on how do you navigate a space where people don't want to see you, right? And should you reduce your blackness, right? Should you reduce who you are? Should you reduce the magnitude of who you are? And I will just say that I will say this: if you turn down your blackness and the plan that I just gave, you might as well cancel it for BET, because the plan that I gave only works because of the blackness that is recognized within the plan. So with that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you are always born a blessing and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but you'll be where you need to be chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself is another to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I spend time with you. You spend time with me. Hopefully, I spend time together. Right, so great together. And always remember, you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or listen, you're just, how can I put it? Even though, right, you are not a executive in the general sense, right, that does not mean that you don't move in that energy. Make sure the replay is not just for you watch it, not just for you listen to it, but if you want to experience it again, I love you, I value you, I appreciate you. I always remember, see what you gotta give, see what you gotta give, see what you gotta give it, where obstacles you for come, where success you have achieved upon this particular day. I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. Be proud of you, damn. So finally, y'all, always remember, the ones that can study the rooms usually do the best in the rooms. Just because you have access in the room doesn't mean you know the energy of the room. The ones who work the rooms the best are the ones who study the rooms. The ones who work the rooms the best are the ones who study the rooms. Like I always say, if you understand the moves that are happening around you, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's coming, for the blessings along the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as people, as a culture. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Bye. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken-ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it. Our video game.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.